Why did the dog sit in the shade? Because he didn't want to be a hot dog. And why did the cat go to Minnesota? Because it was a perfect place for a kitty. Now that we've got the chuckles out of the way, let's dive into the real story. This narrative has been a bone of contention for centuries. The great dog versus cat debate. Who's smarter? Who's more loyal? Who makes the better pet? But what if I told you that these two supposed rivals can actually become the best of friends? Shocking, isn't it? It's like finding out that the earth isn't flat or that water isn't blue. But it's true. And today we're going to explore this unexpected camaraderie. So brace yourselves, because we're about to turn your world upside down. Now let's move on to a tale of an unlikely friendship that defies all stereotypes. In a quiet neighborhood lived a dog named Barkley and a cat named Whiskers. Barkley loved to bark, and Whiskers, well, he loved to whisk around. The tale of Barkley and Whiskers is one as old as time itself, almost. Barkley was a boisterous, fun-loving dog, always ready to play fetch or chase his tail. On the other hand, Whiskers was a more reserved feline, preferring to laze in the sun or explore the myriad of hidden corners in the house. At first glance, they were as different as chalk and cheese. Barkley, with his boundless energy, would often chase Whiskers around the house, not out of malice, but pure canine curiosity. This, of course, was much to Whiskers' chagrin, who would often find himself perched high up a tree, waiting for Barkley's attention to be diverted. And then there was the incident of the stolen bone. Barkley had a favorite bone, a prized possession that he guarded with his life. One fine day, Whiskers, in a mischievous mood, decided to whisk it away, leaving Barkley clueless and boneless. The sight of Barkley sniffing around for his beloved bone was indeed a sight to behold. Their interactions were filled with such humorous anecdotes, a constant game of cat and dog, if you will. Yet beneath this playful rivalry, an unexpected bond was beginning to form. You see, despite their differences, Barkley and Whiskers shared a mutual love for adventure. One day, a tantalizing aroma wafted through the house. A freshly baked pie was cooling on the highest shelf, well beyond the reach of Barkley and Whiskers, but the allure of the pie was too strong to resist. In a rare moment of unity, Barkley and Whiskers teamed up. With Barkley standing on his hind legs, Whiskers climbed onto his back, and with a mighty leap, managed to knock the pie onto the floor. The sight of Barkley and Whiskers, covered in pie and happily munching away, was one for the ages. It was in that moment of shared victory and pie-covered faces that Barkley and Whiskers realized they made quite the team. Their differences didn't seem so vast anymore. In fact, they seemed almost complementary. From that day forward, the bond between Barkley and Whiskers only grew stronger. Barkley's loud barks no longer scared Whiskers, they became a source of comfort. And Whiskers' aloofness no longer annoyed Barkley, it became a source of intrigue. They found harmony in their differences, a rhythm in their chaos. And so, despite their differences, Barkley and Whiskers became the best of friends, proving that dogs and cats can indeed get along. Or at least these two could. So, what can we learn from Barkley and Whiskers, our furry little ambassadors of peace? Well, for starters, they've proven that dogs and cats can indeed be the best of friends, despite what old wives' tales might have us believe. Their friendship was born out of unexpected circumstances and full of hilarious misadventures that would even make a goldfish giggle. From Barkley's dogged determination to win over Whiskers, to Whiskers' cat-titude in accepting this unlikely friendship, they've shown us that differences can be bridged, even in the animal kingdom. This tale is a reminder that life is full of surprises, and it's often the most unlikely friendships that bring us the most joy. And let's not forget the laughs. From canine capers to feline follies, Barkley and Whiskers are a comedy duo that could give any stand-up comedian a run for their money. So next time you see a dog and a cat, remember Barkley and Whiskers, because who knows? They might just be planning their next great adventure or plotting to steal your dinner. Either way, it's sure to be a paw-some tale.